In 3, 2, 1, action!
Great.
Okay. That's what happens. You ask me a question. Is that the camera? Do I look at the camera or not? Is that on? Well, I don't want people to think I drink anything but wine, that's why. Anyway. So I don't look at that. Right. Okay. What's the question? What happens when someone becomes a private buyer? Great question. Oh, God. Great question and well timed, because today I'm sending out some wines to a lovely customer called Dave. Now, Dave, he signed up March last year. So what happens when you sign up is you've got two options. It's totally up to you how often you have the wine. It's totally up to you how much money you spend. We'll go through the process of how this works in a second. But you can either go on a direct debit, which I advise against. 99% of my private buyers who've signed up don't do that, mainly because you set up a direct debit, inevitably there's that middleman taking his percentages off, which are extortionate considering the business is already a very low margin industry and business anyway. So wherever you can cut that shit out, the best the better. Fuck hell. Is this going alright? Can you edit stuff out? I get the feeling I'm going to get really So rather than do that, what I do is, so Dave, for example, every 2 months he wants £100 worth of wine. Over the year I've been working into his taste. He's more of a red man than a white man, and we'll see what I've picked for him later. But, so what I do for him is every 2 months I'll send him an email and say, "Hey Dave! Do you fancy another case of wine?" So there's no obligation, the money's not been taken, and he might have had a month where, I don't know, he's been to Las Vegas, spent £1,000 on hook. I mean, it might be coming up to Valentine's Day and he wants to buy his missus something really nice, which means he can't afford a case of wine. In which case he would respond and say, "James, you beautiful bastard, not this month, mate, can't do it. Hit me back up in 2 months." Hit me back up? Peter? No scripting! You're a fuck. You will have to ignore Peter. Thank you. So, I will say, "Dave, fancy some more wine?" He'll say, "James, yes I would." So, what I do is I build up a case of wines for him. I send across, either via email or WhatsApp, his invoice. He pays the invoice direct into my account, or the business account, and then I send the wine. That way there's no middleman taking any more money than needs to be taken out of what I've already explained to you is a very low margin industry. And that's how it works. So he's not tied into anything. And the best thing is, if you get a direct debit set up, it's very rigid, i.e. Dave said £100 every 2 months. I might have a case of wine which is right up his strata, which could be 90 quid, but he's already paid me 100 quid. So I then feel the pressure to try and get it up to 100 quid. What do? Well, I don't add any more wine, I just bump his price up. Can we edit that bit out? But in all seriousness, you know, it might be £90 for his perfect case of wine, and he's paid me 100, so there's 10 quid he didn't need to pay. And it works vice versa as well. There might be a case of wine where it's like 5 quid more or £1 more, in which case today's case is actually going to be 98 pence more, so it'll be £100 and 98 pence, and in which case then I'm out of pocket. So it just adds a bit of flexitivity, a bit of fluidity to the business and the relationship that I then carry with that customer. Anyway, that's the end of that fucking question. Can I please now show everybody what I've picked for Dave? And he's only requested 8 bottles. Like I said, he wants his reds, so I've taken this opportunity, you can fuck off, I've taken this opportunity, Dave, to pick 8 of my favourite reds at that kind of budget from last year, because I'm now going to start tasting for new wines this year. Let's see what I've picked for you, Dave, you lucky twat. So I'm quite happy to share Dave's invoice with you. There's his details, which I can't show you for obvious reasons, but if you do want them, message me and I'll send you his full address, a list of his fares, and when he is and when he isn't at home. So here's his 8 reds and the delivery chart. So this includes his delivery as well. And as you can see, we've got 98 pence over budget. Dave's happy with that. Let's go and pick the wines. First on the list is the Topo Red Blend. I've had it for over a year, but it is consistently fucking marvellous. And it's something different. A load of grapes you'd never heard of, and if you saw them on a list, you'd never buy it. So here's a Topo for you, Dave. Okay, next one, the Old Vine Carignan. Where is she? This is what I like to do. So this isn't on the website. So it gives me a bit of carte blanche to throw a few bits in there you don't see. I am going to put this on maybe today. But this is the Coquille de Terre, the scallop of the earth, Old Vine Carignan from the south of France. Absolutely beautiful. Dave likes big and smooth, so I went with the XV Cabernet for the next one. So the Cabernets is a 50-50 blend of Cab Sauv and Ruby Cabernet, which just gives it that lovely round fullness. Beautiful wine. Next for Dave, the Dirty Dick Dangler. No case is complete without one. The Man Meets Mountain Malbec, everyone's favourite budget Malbec. That's not Malbec. That is a Pinot Grigio Rosé. This is the Man Meets Mountain. We all know it. Look at him. Hey, Dave! Right, next one, which was new this year, was the Archivio Primitivo from our friends down there in Puglia. It's just stunning. Everyone has raved about this. Hello, Dave! Right, next on the list is the Unsung Hero, which is consistently absolutely fucking fantastic, is the Finca Manzanos Tempranillo Rioja. So this is just young, unoaked Rioja. Tempranillo obviously being the grape. It's just beautiful. Side note, it's the same people who make the white Rioja, which is still one of my favourite white wines of all time. The Finca Manzanos Crianthus, obviously it's older with oak, so a step up from there. They make the Voce as well. I mean, what don't they make? Where's my clipboard? Right, Dave, should we hop over to France for a second? Now, if you don't know this one, you've been hiding in your grand's wardrobe for about a year. Le Professeur. Absolutely brilliant. The grape being Marcelin, nobody really heard of it, but I didn't until the start of last year. It's just stunning. Really, really impressive for the price. Look at him, mad twat. And last but definitely not least, to Dave, you young thruster, the old Pacheco Monastral, organic Monastral from there in Jamilia, which is dangerously, horribly close to come on, there's a TV programme named after it. Come on, watch James's mind, try and remember something. I'm not going to stop recording until I've remembered it. Why can't I remember it? I've never even... What? Benidorm! Benidorm. Close to Benidorm. Don't let that put you off the wine note. Again, just a really well-priced, beautiful, full red. If you haven't tried Monastral the grape, you know, take my advice if you want to, but here's my advice, fucking try it. Hey Peter, glad that film crew are gone. It's not even cow's milk. Remember those squirrels we caught, what was it, Boxing Day? Milked all of them. That's all I could get out of 50 squirrels. But, oh, the sourness. That's Private Buyers Club order, or one of them. So that's Dave, lovely chap. Like I say, he's been ordering for a year. Has a case every 2 months, £100 or thereabouts. I pick them for him, and yeah, another cracking case. Anyway, I've just cracked another case. I should be a private investigator. You filthy fuck! Put your fuck trousers on. So there you have it. I hope that's a good insight for you. I will be back with some tasting videos soon once my palate has fully recovered. Although my palate has been destroyed by whatever I've had, I don't think drinking fizzy squirrel lactate is the way to go. I don't know why I carbonated it. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. You fuckers.